Society, Elementary Honor Society here from Linecoff Elementary in the heart of District 2. Glad to have them here. All right. If we could.
Yeah.
Got the flash on there.
Hang on, we gotta get, we get the council.
Scoot in.
Go. Yo.
Come on.
Is it in?
Wow, this is a big group. And everyone look this way. 1, 2. Lisa. Ooh, let me just take one. Sorry, I forgot first one. Thank you.
All right.
Hold on. D. I don't trust none of that.
Here's what I think my friend's gonna hand you this pen.
Here, you gotta go that far. No, I got a good camera.
The flash is in here.
All right. Thank you.
My flash is on.
All right.
Thanks for visiting. You're going to stay for the meeting a little bit?
All right.
I mean, now.
This is a regular meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, March 6th. Please stand for our invocation led by Reverend Olivia Martin, itinerant elder, Bethel AME Church, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Gracious and eternal God, we come before you this morning. Lord God, I come before you lifting up the City Council of Mobile, Alabama. I come before you, Lord God, lifting up each member. I lift up to you, Lord God, each person that is attended here today, Lord. Eternal God, divine majesty, I place all of the decision makings, the agenda in your hands this morning. Eternal God, our Creator, let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be accepted, Lord, in your sight. Lord, right now I also lift up all the students that have joined us this morning. I ask in your divine name that your love continue to embrace them, that your love continue to direct and lead them. And eternal Father, as we continue with this council meeting, Lord God, I ask in your divine name that each decision that is made this morning, Lord, be a representation of you. I ask this morning that there is a unity. I ask this morning that we're all on one accord. Divine Majesty, we love you. We worship you. We will give you all the glory. We thank you this morning for your presence. I just ask that you just be with us, lead us, guide us, direct us, and correct us. This I ask in your divine name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to ask if we could observe a moment of silence, recognizing the life and legacy of Mr. Bob Brazier, longtime community leader, trailblazer, manager of our Civic Center, Convention Center, Sanger Theater, and just a general good man who will be funeralized today. And if we could, let's observe a moment of silence in his honor. Thank you.
Roll call, Vice President Manzi.
Here.
Councilmember Richardson.
Here.
Councilmember Small.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Daves.
Here.
Councilmember Rich.
Here.
Councilmember Gregory.
Here.
Statement of rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to see each and every one of you. We're going to ask that everyone that presents themselves to speak would limit themselves to 5 minutes. At the conclusion of 4 minutes, you will hear a bell. When you hear the second toning of that bell, we're going to ask that you would begin your exit from the podium. We ask that you not address any particular council member, make all your commentary to me, the chair, and if there are any subsequent council members or member of the administration that would like to respond, then they will have that opportunity to do so. We ask that you silence or cut off all of your mobile phones and that there not be any unnecessary or undue public outcry as we conduct this meeting. Again, welcome each and every one of you to today's City Council meeting.
Approval of minutes of February 27.
So moved.
Second.
Probably motion and second in the discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved.
Communications from the mayor.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to see everyone here this morning. The first two items I have are proclamations, and the first one is for the Festival of Flowers, so I'd ask Melissa Mueller and Allison Copeland to please come to the podium and face the council, and I will read the proclamation. And after I present you the proclamation, you'll be welcome to make some remarks addressing the council, okay? Okay. The proclamation reads, whereas Mobile, Alabama enjoys a proud reputation for its majestic oak trees, spectacular azaleas, and stunning gardens, and whereas the premier flower and gardening event in Mobile is the Festival of Flowers, presented each spring by the Providence Hospital Foundation, showcasing the talents of the South's most acclaimed florists, landscape architects, and garden designers, and whereas the festival, selected for more than a decade by the Southeast Tourism Society, is one of the top 20 events for March, will take place March 22nd through 25th on the Providence Hospital campus under 300,000 square feet of pristine white tents. And whereas visitors to the festival will be entertained, educated, and inspired by life-size landscape gardens, elaborate floral displays, dramatic landscapes, seminars by renowned experts. Now therefore, I, William S. Stimson, the 108th Mayor of the City of Mobile, do hereby recognize and proclaim the week of March 19th through 26th, 2018, as the celebration of Festival of Flowers done the 6th day of March in 2018. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, so much. Melissa Mueller and I'm Allison Copeland. And I wore this shirt today because if you take this shirt times 1,000,000, that's the Festival of Flowers. It is bright and beautiful and wonderful, and we would like to thank the City of Mobile and the Mobile County Commission. This is the 25th anniversary of the show. It's our silver anniversary, and the fact that we have been around for 25 years and still growing strong, we are so excited to celebrate this year. And we'd also like to recognize our presenting sponsor this year, Wells Fargo, who is helping us bring this beautiful park-like garden setting to life. And I'm going to let Melissa say a few words, a few more details that I'm sure I left out.
Well, yes, thank you to Wells Fargo, our presenting sponsor, but all of our sponsors who make this beautiful event happen. We couldn't do it without them. Come out March 22nd through 25th and enjoy a celebration promenade. And there's some wonderful 25th anniversary treats. Family Fun Day, of course, on Sunday, and it starts off with a gala on the 21st. So I know we'll see you there for the ribbon cutting. And
That's right.
we're excited to the weekend. So come see us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I would ask Katrina Frazier, our Employee of the Month, please come to the podium along with Shadrack Collins and Gerard McCants, her supervisors. And the proclamation for Katrina reads, whereas Katrina Frazier has worked diligently in the Recreation Department, which serves as a critical touch point for the adults and youth across the city, and whereas she recently took on a greater role in the department, where under the direct supervision of her supervisor, Shadrack Collins, she has improved morale, increased teamwork, and worked on crucial new initiatives, and whereas Katrina has worked with external groups such as Light of the Village to increase service opportunities within the city, and whereas it is crucial to the development of this department that its leadership be recognized for tremendous improvements and a fresh attitude of service and excellence. Now, therefore, I, William S. Stimson, the 108th Mayor of the City of Mobile, do hereby recognize Ms. Katrina Frazier as Employee of the Month for March 2018. Congratulations. I told Katrina that typically it's firemen and policemen that are recognized here. To my knowledge, none have ever made a comment, but I asked her if she would like to say and I'm hopeful that she'll have something to say.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Stimson, and to the council members. This is with great honor and a privilege that I am given this award. I have enjoyed my years with the City of Mobile. It is increasingly getting better each and every day. I have a couple things I want to say. These young boys and girls that were just acknowledged here a moment ago, we are striving to provide continuous study enrichment time at all of our community centers. Therefore, Monday through Thursday, 3:30 to 4 p.m., we have no basketball, no ball playing. We partner with the Mobile County Public School System to provide teachers that are coming into our centers to help our young ones to further their education and expand their horizon for reading. In the summer, we're going to offer a readathon to further encourage our young minds to continue to strive. And next month, we're offering for young boys in District 1, beat by beat, street by street. We have a Boys to Men shut-in for ages 9 to 16 years old, where we're inviting Councilman Richardson, Honorable Mayor Stimson, along with the police chief and others to come and mentor our young boys and show them a path to greatness and what they can aspire to be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a couple other items. This past Saturday, I had the opportunity to go to Tricentennial Park and participate with the JM Family Foundation, which is affiliated with the Toyota Financing and with Alabama Power Company, to plant over 50 trees, and they also gave away 2,000 seedlings. And I'm sure that with the Festival of Flowers that we have a lot of experts that know how to plant trees. But I think I'm on safe ground when I tell you, when the experts explained to us how to plant trees the other day, there wasn't a single soul that could confess that they had always done it properly. Matter of fact, I'm about 100% sure we were all planting trees improperly. But it was a great, beautiful morning, and we certainly appreciate what Alabama Power Company and the JM Family Foundation do to promote a healthy landscape. And also part of what they were talking about was the diversity of trees so that we can make sure that we don't have kind of a monoculture of trees that expose us to plant disease. Another item, we have a Mobile Fire Rescue Department class. It's the newest class. There are approximately 30 members that start today. It's one of the most impressive classes that we've had in the last 4.5 years. As all recruits, they'll undergo several weeks of rigorous mental and physical as well as medical training. And I'm sure that they were all excited to get going this morning, and I will be excited to watch them all graduate. Another item, the construction is to begin very soon on what is we call today the Tiger Grant. The Tiger Grant was a federal grant to help us rebuild Broad Street, a project that's been in making for many, many years. This past week, I think, or just recently, they hosted the construction pre-bid conference for DBEs to participate in it. This project will be divided into 4 phases. The first phase will be from Beauregard Street, be on Broad Street, from Water Street to Congress Street. So we're excited to see some construction finally getting started, and then the other phases will follow in a sequential order once this one is completed. So again, thank everybody for being here. Let's have a great week.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Before we move forward, Mrs. Rich has a
Yeah,
proclamation.
that's okay, rather than waiting.
I'd like to call the 2 recipients of this proclamation to the podium, please. Come on down, or 3, whoever is here to represent groups. Come on through. Thank you. We have a representative from the Mitchell Cancer Institute and also from Adoption Rocks, and I'll let them give you a little briefing after I read their proclamation. Whereas the USA Mitchell Cancer Institute, MCI, and Adoption Rocks will host the 2nd annual Touch-a-Truck event on Saturday, March 10th, 2018, in the parking lot of the Hank Aaron Stadium. And whereas it will benefit USA Mitchell Center Cancer, Pediatric Cancer Research, and Adoption Rocks in our community. And whereas the family-friendly event offers children a hands-on opportunity to explore a variety of machinery by touching, climbing aboard, asking questions about their favorite vehicles, and to meet the people who build, protect, and serve our community in a safe environment. And whereas MCI is the only center in the Gulf Coast area to combine innovative academic-based center research with state-of-the-art cancer treatments. And whereas Adoption Rocks is an organization dedicated to loving, embracing, and enabling women who are seeking information about adoption as an option for their unplanned pregnancy, as well as those who seek to build families through adoption. Now therefore I, Bess Rich, council member of District 6, along with the mayor and members of the Mobile City Council, do hereby proclaim Saturday, March 10th, 2018 as Touch-a-Truck Day in Mobile, and urge all our citizens to join us in this momentous occasion. Yeah, don't hide it. You can
Go ahead, I'll take it. You want to look at it first and then?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. let you introduce yourselves and, because it's a great event. We really want the community to come out.
Thank you. So I'm Carol McPhail with USA Mitchell Cancer Institute, and on behalf of myself, Kristen Waite with MCI, and also Janie Allen with Adoption ROPS, we'd like to thank Mr. Chairman, the entire City Council, and Councilwoman Bess Rich, and the Mayor for proclaiming Touch a Truck Day, and we invite everybody to pray for good weather and come out and join us from 10 to 2 Saturday at Hank Aaron Stadium. And we want to mention also our sponsors, Fox 10 and Carib Resort, and also mention that from 10 to 11 we'll have a special noise-free hour for children who are sensitive to that. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
I do want to make one other comment. Last year was our inaugural year, and in the initial planning, trying to decide whether we could do this, we made 2 phone calls. One was to Mayor Stimson, one was to Bess Rich. And we can't thank you enough for your support and cooperation. Without the city vehicles, for example, this just would not exist. So thank you very much.
That's great.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Agenda's adopted.
Appeals, we have requests for a waiver of the noise ordinance on April 7th on South Lafayette Street, March 22nd on Government Street, May 19th on North Monterey Street, March 24th on Airport Boulevard, March 17th on Champions Run, and March 10th on Government Street.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Michelle Rumpf. Michelle's not here.
Nobody moved.
She's not here.
No shot.
Reggie Hill.
Mr. Chairman, members of the council, Mayor Stimson, citizens and stakeholders of Mobile, and especially to the young people from Lioncoff, class of 1998, so I'm definitely delighted to see y'all here. Reggie Hill, 200 Government Street. And with me today is Keandre Davis. He's a senior at Davidson High School, as well a program participant with Success for the Future. Councilwoman Rich, you may remember him from Molding Tomorrow Today, the only youth-led municipal candidate forum that was held back last August, and I'm sure everyone else possibly has seen it with the interview done by Ashley Knight. And we want to send our best to Ashley Knight, who just left WKRG. We wish her well in her new endeavors. And he's a resident of Councilman Dave's District 5. Originally, my intent for rising before you today was to discuss public safety. And the idea that young teenagers, young black teenagers, too young even to vote, would be escorted out of public facilities unlawfully by members of our police department. The notion that sworn officers would act unlawfully against worthwhile contributing citizens, even knowing state law is being violated. And simply because of an order being passed down by administrators. The idea that arsonists and hate groups can align with the effectiveness of law enforcement officials to carry out cowardice acts of dehumanization. But I realized that 5 minutes would not be enough to talk about all of that. And so instead, this is a cordial announcement that we will be drafting a formal letter to the mayor and to the chairman of the council, in which we hope an expeditious response. And also not knowing if the council rules, which are stated at the beginning of the meeting, would be subject to the climate of the meeting. So we didn't know if we would actually have the time to discuss what we needed to discuss, the severity of this issue. And we're hoping that you will respond immediately once you receive this information. And let the record show, number one, there's multiple occasions that I was the only citizen that was not employed by the city of Mobile to speak up at City Council and Public Safety Committee meetings in favor of raises for first responders and public officials. And number two, let it also be known that this young man urged me to come here. I did not ask him to come here. And I'm thankful that his mom gave him permission to do that so that he could exercise his rights and be a part of the solution. Every day, he is working to improve the quality of life for his peers and the citizens of this city because he loves this place. And he is not privy to have salaries from taxpayer dollars. He's doing it for the love of all of these people. And so we want to ensure that our leaders know the concerns, know the issues that these young people are facing, because they don't want to be labeled as those not engaged. They don't want to be labeled as those not wanting to be a part of the process. They don't want to be labeled as those who are not sharing the burden with you having to face every day. We respect the burden that you face, and we want to share it with you. Again, we're challenging the mayor and the chairman of this council publicly to respond to that expeditiously. It will be a formal letter. And this is how we create One Mobile, by bringing everybody to the table. And it's not going to happen unless everybody is allowed to come to the table. I've seen a lot of one of everything. I've seen one Huntsville's, one Mobile's, one Alabama, whatever the case may be. But until we actually come to that table and start working collectively, that cannot be achieved. We are grateful for the opportunity to even come before you and speak. We thank you that you are willing to entertain the concerns of citizens, regardless if we are in opposition or if we are in agreement with what is being stated. And that is something that we always must remember with the civic duty of our responsibilities. We have to be able to entertain each other's positions, regardless of whether we agree or we don't. And that's the way that we're going to create the best solutions. God has already blessed each and every single one of us. It is now time for us to use our gifts and abilities to bless God. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ordinance is held over 64004, rezone property at 7080 Airport Boulevard from B2 to B2 to remove a condition of approval.
So moved.
Second.
Probably motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
Consent resolutions held over 31161, authorize the mayor to apply, accept, and receive funding from Improving Criminal Justice Responses to Sexual Assault Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Probably motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes.
Resolutions held over 01072 and 09073, authorized project agreement with Gulf Hauling and Construction for receiving, processing, and disposal of residential trash and reallocating monies from general fund to trash department hauling to pay monthly invoices to waste management per settlement.
Move to lay over till April 3rd.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Items are laid over.
09114, reallocate remaining unused grant project funds from Project Emergency Watershed Protection Grant to Project Citywide Storm Drain and Pipe.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes.
21115, authorized contract with Harris Contracting Services for Fire Station Number 1 generator and electrical improvements.
So moved.
Second.
Properly motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
21165, authorized contract with Speak Right for Mobile Police Department transcription services.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
21166, authorized contract with Lower Alabama Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration for Fire Station Number 23 HVAC replacement.
So moved. Second.
Properly motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
25167, accept one temporary construction easement for Slava Creek drainage improvements and repairs.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
Ordinance is being introduced for the first time, 88005 through 88006.
Council rules these items were held for 1 week.
Consent resolutions being introduced, 03168 through 6177.
Motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of resolution 03168 through 60177.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
03168, reappoint Doug Dabney to the Police Citizens Community Relations Advisory Council.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
37169, recommend approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license for 5 on Dolphin Street.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
58170, assess cost for removal of weeds, Group 1574.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
171 and 172, determine if expenditures for Mobile Fire Rescue Department Annual Awards Banquet and sponsorship for Bishop State Community College Foundation's Annual Gala serves a public purpose and approved payment.
So moved. Second.
Proper motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Items passed.
6173, approve award of special bonus to Firefighter of the Month as part of the Mayor's Incentive Program, Alex Trenier and Dwight Smith.
So moved.
Second.
Proper motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes.
6177, oppose Senate Bill 349 to exempt prescription drug sales from the calculation of gross receipts business licenses.
So moved.
Second.
Proper motion and second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item passes.
CIP resolutions being introduced for the first time, 21174.
Motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of resolution 21174.
Second.
Proper motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
21174, authorized contract with International Fire Protection for Mobile Convention Center parking deck standpipe system replacement.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes.
Resolutions being introduced for the first time, 01175.
By council rules, this resolution will be held for 1 week.
Call for public hearings. 41176, call for public hearing to approve the application of Jack O. Green, Sr., doing business as Kingdom Builders Travel Service for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to operate a motor coach service scheduled March 20th.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Announcements.
We'll start with Mr. Small.
Thank you, Vice President Manzi. Greetings to the citizens of District 3. On last Thursday, I had the opportunity to visit Revelation Christian School, Read Across America. Read a couple books to a couple classes over there. Had a lot of fun. I think Councilman Williams went that Monday before, but I'd like to thank the principal, Mrs. Casher, and the staff and administrators of Revelation Christian School for inviting me out on last Thursday. Also, citizens of District 3, please mark your calendars for our district meeting, which will be held on Tuesday, March the 27th at 6:00 p.m. at the Maryvale Elementary School, which is located at 1901 North Maryvale Street, located off of Dolphin Island Parkway. Citizens, if you have anything you would like to address, please contact me at cj.small@cityofmobile.org or 208-7441 if you have any particular thing, subject item that you'd like to address at this particular meeting. Again, this meeting will be held on Tuesday, March the 27th at 6:00 p.m. at the Maryvale Elementary School. Also, on March the 31st, 3:00 p.m., we'll be hosting our 6th annual Easter egg hunt, which will be located at the Taylor Park, also known as Baltimore Street Park, at 1050 Baltimore Street. Inviting all the citizens of District 3, kids from 1 to 12, to come on out at 3 o'clock on that particular Saturday for plenty of food, fun, games, and of course, Easter eggs. Again, that will be held on Saturday, March the 31st at 3:00 p.m. at Taylor Park. And remember that District 3 is the place where things are happening. Thank you, Vice President Manzi.
Mrs. Gregory.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Last Tuesday evening, I held a District 7 community meeting at the Vision Center located on Forest Hill Drive and Princeton Drive. I want to say thank you to everyone at the Vision Center, in particular Pastor John Russell and everyone who volunteers there for being such great hosts. Nick Amberger was our primary speaker. We talked a lot about Ziegler widening, which is a very hot topic for everyone who lives out that direction. We also had representatives from ALDOT there to go over all the latest news. And the latest news is that more utilities work will start very soon. We have to move all of the utilities before actual work, big heavy construction work can begin. So more utilities work will be coming very soon on Ziegler, so just be looking out for that. Last Friday, I also had the opportunity to participate in the Read Across America program at Mary B. Austin Elementary School. Thanks to the principal there, Amanda Jones, and all of the teachers, especially Mrs. Young and her first grade class, for letting me come and read Green Eggs and Ham. If you haven't read a Dr. Seuss book lately, be prepared. They are tongue twisters. But we got through it, and all of the children were dressed in character outfits from Dr. Seuss books. And of course, the principal was Cat in the Hat. Amanda looks great in her Cat in the Hat costume. So big thanks to everyone at Mary B. Austin. And of course, the program Read Across America is terrific as well. So thanks for that opportunity. Tomorrow, Mrs. Rich and I will be modeling. Yes, indeed. It is a charity fashion show. It's sponsored by the New Mobilian Club, benefiting our Sister's Closet. And we will be modeling one of our very favorite outfits, as well as bringing one to donate to the cause. So we look forward to doing that. The only other thing I did want to mention was we have a coastal cleanup coming up, and I know some of the other council members will be involved. Commissioner Connie Hudson is helping to host a kickoff campaign on March 29th. I've already purchased some of these coastal cleanup bags for some of the groups in my district. So we will all be getting together to help pick up litter. And these bags are bags that will last. They're not just throwaways. You keep them, you continue cleaning up your district and your neighborhoods. And I look forward to working with Commissioner Hudson and others on this big coastal cleanup. Love your community. And I think we all love our communities. Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
Thank you, Ms. Gregory. Mr. Richardson?
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I would like to start off with the big announcement. That is that the opening of the Midtown Publix is planned for Saturday, March 27th. And I said planned because they're going to have to pass all city inspections, and they're going to have to take into consideration the weather factor. But it is planned March 24th. Yes, Saturday, March 24th is going to be the opening day. That will be a community meeting for Crichton on Thursday, March 22nd at 6 p.m. at Dumas Wesley Center, 126 Mobile Street. And we're asking all of the citizens in the Crichton community to please come out, as you usually do. Please come out to this important meeting. We're going to have visiting with us our our fire chief is coming, and he's going to give us an update about the new Crichton Fire Station. We're going to have the captain of the 3rd Precinct will be there to talk about public safety issues. He's going to give us an update on public safety in the Crichton community. We have representatives from Airbus coming. They're going to give us an update. They're going to be talking about jobs. We're planning to have a representative from Publix to come to talk about their grand opening and how you can apply. Publix will be hiring 235 people, generating $1.5 million in taxes for the city of Mobile, $3 million for the public school system. We will be hearing from the citizens. It's going to be their time. The community meeting is for them. So we are open to hear what they have to say, and then I will be giving updates on what is planned, what they can expect in the future, especially as it relates to the CIP program. So we're asking all our citizens in the Creighton Convention, please join us on Thursday, March 22nd, 6 p.m., Dumas Wesley Center. And I have not made this announcement. We have some council members who trying to catch up with us in terms of the number of people coming out to the parade. I know Gina has a parade, and he is there, and CJ has a parade down the Parkway.
I have two.
Mobile Terrace. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mobile Terrace. Yeah, 2 parades. But let me give you the figures according to the Mobile Police Department for Trinity Gardens. No, we don't have about 5,000 people living in Trinity Gardens. 72,600 people were at the parade. 72,600 people. And I believe y'all can catch up with me in year 2090. Y'all stand a chance. But 72,000. We had maybe 2 parades during Mardi Gras that could top that. Maybe 2. This is the Trinity Garden Parade. Next year we expect to have 80,000 people. Get ready, get the buckle your seatbelts up, because it is coming your way. The mighty Heritage Parade in Trinity Gardens.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The next District 5 community meeting will be Tuesday, March 27th, 6 o'clock p.m. at the Westminster Presbyterian Church. This is at the corner of Sage Avenue and Airport Boulevard. We hope to have Mayor Stimpson there, along with Public Safety Director Barber and Public Services Director Harkins. Again, that's 6 o'clock p.m., March 27th, Westminster Presbyterian Church, corner of Sage and Airport. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Rich.
Thank you very much. On Thursday, March 22nd, there will be an open house for citizens that live in the Hillcrest corridor from Greelot to Cottage Hill, where the plans for the Hillcrest access management will be on display. There'll be an opportunity for residents to get some questions answered and even leave their comments. And present will be representatives from our Civil Engineering Department, Traffic Engineering, and Volkert and Associates, and that's the outside firm that has helped create those plans as well. And I look forward to a really good crowd coming out. Again, Thursday, March 22nd, between the hours of 5 and 7:30. It's not a formal presentation. If you've been to an ALDOT street improvement plan, you go around and look at the plans. You can talk to the people that are standing in front of those plans who can explain what you're looking at. And again, the open house Thursday, March 22nd at the Connie Hudson Senior Center, 3201 Hillcrest. This past week I had a meeting with members of the consulting firm and city representatives regarding CIP projects for the district, as each council met one-on-one with that group. I was asked to produce plans or suggestions for March the 9th. I think that was a calendar date that all council people were given. And what I did request at the meeting and have get in writing, and I'd like for know that this would be coming to me shortly, is the ideas and the plans and programs that are being contemplated from the different departments that represent the different avenues and segments, which are things like parks, recreation, and I forget, there were about 5 or 6 different items that things will be put into and will be part of the 5-year plan. So if I could ask the administration, the mayor, to please see that I get this, and if other council people, perhaps they would be interested as well, so that we could balance what the staff is thinking and what we know citizens are saying, and come up with the best planning as we roll out the first year of the 5-year plan. Thank you.
Mr. Williams.
Thank you very much. What some may have recognized as we moved through our agenda today was an opposition to what is being labeled the pharmacy bill, part of also known as Senate Bill 349. It is being presented by Senator Beasley of the 28th District of States of Alabama. Our opposition is that all businesses should pay their fair share to the municipalities in which they reside and do business safely because of our public safety, both police and fire, as well as our public works. We are open to discuss with the pharmacy industry their rate at which they are taxed. But I want everybody to know this is not about sales tax. Sales tax is not applied to prescription drugs. And essentially, by my calculation, which I trust is correct from my records, is on about $5 million of gross receipts. They would pay a little over $6,000 for a business license. You did hear me right, $5 million. Now, if the pharmacy industry believes that $6,000 on $5 million of gross receipts is too much, again, they're welcome to come and discuss that and how they believe that that is unfair, and we will discuss it. But we do not believe that it's unfair. We certainly believe that the services that they receive here in the city of Mobile are worth much, much more than $6,000 on $5 million of gross receipts. The last thing I'll say about that is that every single business in our city, except banks, have a similar factor. And we are always open to reviewing that factor. But almost every business in the city of Mobile pays tax on gross receipts, as well as an individual tax as well. Lastly, it has been asked of me to resurrect the idea that we somehow televise or stream our pre-council meetings. Our pre-council meetings have become a place, they're certainly open to the public, but they happen at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, generally speaking, and would be greatly beneficial to the transparency of our government, which I think we've come a long, long way in the last 15 years. But I would ask that my colleagues also individually consider this, and let's decide how that we're going to move forward with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I want to start my announcements today by just thanking a certain individual here who led an effort, a months-long effort to revitalize the old Oak Lawn Cemetery. And I'm going to get with him, have the office get with him so that we can formally give him a certificate of recognition. But Mr. Eddie Irby, Mr. Irby, will you stand? Let's give him a big round of applause. He and his staff with the Buffalo Soldiers Network, along with other veterans, went through that cemetery, found countless numbers of veterans from several of our wars that this country's participated in, and they worked to really get that cemetery in fine condition. I got a call from one of his supporters about trash and limbs and things. They were on the Holt Road right away, and they were having a flag raising ceremony, and I want to thank Mr. Hawkins and also Mr. Greg Beckham and all of the individuals with Public Works who responded so quickly and got all of that in order. But Mr. Irby, we appreciate what you've done with Oak Lawn. We hope that it's a continual process, and my office will be getting with you because I want to formally present you a certificate and anyone else that you would give us a name for so that we can thank you in proper fashion.
Yes, sir. And the number right now of the soldiers, sailors, Marine, Airmen, Merchant Marine has gone from 57 to 543.
Wonderful. Well, if you, Ms. Fairley will be reaching out to you. If you could provide her with the names of the individuals who are pertinent in that effort, we'd like to recognize you and all of them as well. That concludes, and we have some visitors here today from our Mobile County Public School System, Mr. Terrence Mixon, Dr. Susan Hinton, and Ms. Renee Havner Phillips. Just wanted to recognize them. We also have in the audience today the newly installed moderator of the Mobile Baptist Sunlight District Association, Dr. Frazier, and we appreciate him coming out today and look forward to working with him and the association in any way that we can to better our community. That concludes my announcements. Do I hear a motion? Oh, and we got the pastor of Emmanuel Seventh-day Adventist Church, Dr. Harold Goodlow. He's always allowed us to use the church there for community meetings, and we certainly want to recognize him. Thank you for being here, Pastor Goodlow. Thank you, Councilman Small. Pardon me. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President.
Right.
I move that we adjourn into executive session with no reconvening.
Second. Been properly motion and second. Any discussion?
Yeah, we have to read
Madam Attorney?
opinion.
I'm Wanda Cochran. I'm an attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama. And under the Open Meetings Act, I am required to make a declaration that you're going into executive session for the purpose of discussing threatened and pending litigation is appropriate under the Open Meetings Act.
All right. Thank you.
There's been properly motion and second. We've had any further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?